Hey everyone, welcome to Making Sense. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. If you could do me a huge favor, click the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and or share this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Today, we're going to visit a house that I have not done a review on any fragrances from this house just yet. I actually purchased a sample pack of all of the fragrances currently available from Happyland Studio. We're going to go over one of them today that I gave a full wearing to, so stay tuned. So like I said, we're going to visit the house of Happyland Studio today, and the fragrance we're going to be talking about is Paisley Sky. Now, I personally have just this decant right here. Hopefully I can get it somewhat in focus. According to Fraghead, we're looking at balsamic, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, patchouli, and floral. Ultimately, to me, it's just a really cool mix of ingredients to come up with a really kind of a different fragrance, but it's very familiar at the same time. Now, according to what I've read online, I haven't read a bunch of reviews. I haven't watched a bunch of reviews yet on this. And I did purchase this along with a bunch of other samples from Happyland Studios. I want to say this is like $50 or so, maybe a little bit more with the shipping. And I got all the current mixtures of the different fragrances that are currently available from E.J. Wells. I sent him a message to ask him, hey, do you have a sample kit available or anything like that? He told me there was. I asked him what his PayPal was or how to make the payment, and I sent the money. EJ, thanks so much for getting these out to me fast. It's taken me a little bit of time to get a chance to actually wear them and give a full review. So let's dive into this one. Now, I told you what the notes were and or what the main accords were based on Fraghead. For me, what I've seen and or heard about, which made me excited about this fragrance, is that this is supposed to be a mixture between Psychedelic Love from Initio and Oud for Greatness from Initio as well. I'll tell you right off the bat, it definitely smells like a mixture of those two fragrances. And I personally love both of those fragrances. So that should tell you this one is a hit for me. Honestly, I mean, I have this little decant, so I don't have a full bottle to spray, but I'm going to spray on my hand anyways, just so you can hear what I smell right off the bat, and I'll tell you what I found after wearing it for a few days, and what the performance was like, things like that, which is why we review fragrances, to give you an idea of what we find. So hopefully it'll help you make an educated guess and a decision later on when you're going to purchase, or if you're going to grab some decants. It's a great idea too, especially where this is such a great deal, $50 some odd. You get to try them all. If you like them, great. If you don't like them, even better, because you didn't buy a whole bottle. I just took a huge whiff. Got a little bit of a cold today, so if I sound funky, I apologize in advance. Right off the bat, what I smell, some sort of citrus, floral mixture, and a little bit of a sweetness in the background. I don't know what they all are. I want to say there might be lavender in there. I'm not sure what the flower is, or the floral is. I'm not a perfumer. I said it before many times in multiple different videos. I do have a goal of ordering a bunch of little things to actually really get good at finding out what each of these notes are. I did grab a snapshot that's down here, if I swipe my hand to the left in a second, from Musings of a Fraghead, John Harper, who does a great blog. I grabbed a snapshot of his information to look at after this, because I really like some of his insight and some of his really deep information. I'll put a link down below to his blog as well. But yeah, for me, I smell some sort of a floral. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's not like an obnoxious floral or a negative floral in any way, shape, or form. There's this really nice sweetness mixed in there. I can smell patchouli. The patchouli does die down at some point pretty quickly once it gets into it. And what I mean by die down, it's not as abrasive. There's a little, for some reason, patchouli with me seems a little bit abrasive at times. But once it dries down, it becomes a really nice additive to the fragrances. It really is. Excuse me. Something spicy. Don't know what that's from. It just smells really good. I definitely like this fragrance. It's one I'll probably be picking a full bottle up from. Now, as far as the overall performance on this guy, I put this on I've worn it 3 times now. 3 full wearings, good chance to wear it. I actually also had a friend of mine wear it that I sprayed it on him, or he sprayed it on himself. He gave him this decanter spray. He sprayed it on himself, and when he did, the sillage off of him, to me, when we were walking around doing some things, was just awesome. It made me really want to get a bottle of this one, even before I felt like I had enough wearings in, because I got to smell it on somebody else, and it just smelled great. I mean, what it was projecting off of this friend of mine, it was wow. It just was a wow factor in my book. So if you like Psychedelic Love by Initio, if you like Oud for Greatness, this guy here is definitely going to be in your wheelhouse, at least in my opinion it will be. Now I'm going to grab my phone, tilt it up here for a moment, so I can look at the page that I had up from John from Musings of a Fraghead. It says, top notes, bergamot, saffron, heliotrope, and lavender. Okay, so again, he likes to break these down. That helps me at times after I do a review. A lot of times I don't want to read anything before I get into this, other than the basic stuff from Fraghenica, because I want to give you my honest opinion without getting swayed as much as I can stay away from that happening. So that's why I took a screenshot of this. I just hadn't read it yet. So citrus, I think heliotrope is a flower as well. I don't even know, but that might be the floral note that I don't know what that is that I smell, but I like. And there is lavender, so I could smell some lavender in there. There's also saffron. So that's the top. The mid has nutmeg, patchouli. I did catch patchouli. Don't want to ruin this one, but hedion and myrrh. I can only really smell possibly the nutmeg. That might be the sweet smell I get out of there. And the patchouli itself. I definitely can smell patchouli. And it's starting to dry down, where the patchouli is becoming that more attractive version that I've talked about. About 20 more minutes, it'll be really at that level, to the point that it's just a super sweet, nice fragrance. According to his page, the base notes, ambergris, oud, and ambroxan. I don't really smell ambergris or ambroxan that much on this. I can definitely smell like a little sweet oud, like a nice oud, very easy to wear oud. But I think that's the same part that you smell in Oud for Greatness. So overall, this is a really nice fragrance. I put this on at 6:45 this morning, just to give a timestamp from today. The fragrance, I could still smell coming off of my skin and my clothing a little bit, almost 3.5 hours in, which for me, that's amazing. I go outside a lot during the day, and in New England right now, it's about 34 degrees today, so it was pretty cold. It was actually raining as well, too, so the times that I went in and out, I would expect it to fade away a little bit more, but it really had a pretty nice projection. I only sprayed 2 sprays. Actually, there was a 3rd spray. I did spray 3 sprays. So, out of this little tiny decant. For me, that was awesome. When I got out of work today, I was at work for a little over 11, 12 hours, just about. I didn't smell it anymore at that point, but I could smell it up until around 3 or 4 o'clock today, which means I had at least 10 hours, which is... You can't ask for more. And the price point's really fair. I want to say it's like $50, $60 for a good sized bottle of this. And again, for me, this whole decant kit for around $50. I mean, there's a whole pile of fragrances in here. This is one layer, there's a second layer on bottom. It didn't come in this box. The boxes that I use to ship things out in, I just put in there because it's easy to travel around with. But if you like both of these, Oud for Greatness, Psychedelic Love, in any way, shape, or form, then Happyland Studio, Paisley Sky, in my opinion, is definitely one you should try. I still say go for the decants. Try them out. Get them under your nose. Get them shipped to you. Try them. If you don't like them, share them with somebody else. I guarantee someone will swap. People trade decants on the Fragcom, whether you go to Facebook or different types of places all the time. But I think you should definitely get your nose on this. EJ, if you get to watch this, I hope you do. This one's a banger for me. I really appreciate whatever you did to make this. I don't understand the way the perfuming works exactly, other than the fact that I like the way that they smell. I do get to see some of the different breakdowns when I watch perfumers do things, but I'm guessing you did a lot of trial and error before coming up with this beauty right here. And you know what? Send me a DM, man. I'm going to order a bottle of this from you. This is phenomenal. So if you get a chance, try it out. Definitely, I'm going to say it one more time, Paisley Sky by Happyland Studio. Gets a huge hug from me. It's a great fragrance in my opinion. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. So that's a wrap. like I said, this is my first chance of really reviewing Happyland Studio and any of their fragrances. This is the only fragrance I've truly worn for a few days to give it a really good wear and to get an idea behind if I like it, how the projection is, how long it lasts. And like I said, and you probably can clearly tell, this one here for me is a big time winner. I definitely appreciate this fragrance, and I'm looking forward to adding a big bottle to my collection. It'll be the first full bottle that I bought. I do have a bottle of 7 behind me that I won one of the raffles or something like that in the fragrance groups. But overall, Paisley Sky, I mean, I've smelled 2 other fragrances from this line. First impression type deals, sprayed my hand, or tester strip as well, smelled them. I liked those off of those first impressions. I have not worn them fully yet, so I can't give an insight on those. But right now, Paisley Sky would absolutely be my current favorite fragrance from Happyland Studios, including the ones I tested. So thanks so much, EJ, for putting the time and effort and love into this bottle. I'm looking forward to adding another full one to my collection. If you've tried anything from Happyland Studios and you think I should, or Studio, and you think I should add it to my collection, throw the notes down below. If you want me to do another review from Happyland Studio, let me know which fragrance you want me to do next. I have a bunch of them here. I'll absolutely feel free to grab one of those to do the next Happyland Studio review. I do want to wear them for at least 2 or 3 days to make sure I get a good sampling of it, to let you know how I really feel about it and how the performance was and all that type of stuff. Again, visit Musings of a Fraghead down below. I'm going to toss John Hopper's blog on there for you so you can find it, because I did use that one sheet that's on my phone right down here, which was very helpful to give a breakdown there. And when you read his blog, there's a lot of good information in there as well. Super nice guy, and happy birthday. We just passed his birthday yesterday, maybe the day before. I think it was yesterday. So that's it, guys. If you haven't already done so, click the subscribe button down below. Like, comment, and or share this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Sharing it's cool because you might bring some more people into the fragrance community, and I'd really appreciate it. So, like I always say, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.